Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today is FabriChat.
Good morning.
Hello.
All right, so if you're new here, we're a mother-daughter duo. We have a quilt shop in Central Washington State. We've been here for over 26 years. We have a huge brick-and-mortar store that's over 5,000 square feet, over 14,000 bolts of fabric. We have a retreat center 4 miles down the road. And we've been doing YouTube stuff for about 6 years now. Yeah. We started during, COVID. And so it's kind of fun because, gosh, it has changed a lot over the years. And now it's just really fun because I feel like it's all the same family. Yeah. You know, we've got about, I don't know, between 3,000 and 4,000 dedicated followers that all have maybe not all, but many of you guys have our cell phone numbers, our email, and we text and comment and chat all week long. And so today I have a lot of viewers' questions, things, and problems. And can we talk about this? So I have this weird array.
She's got some weird stuff over here.
Weird stuff on the table. And we're going to kind of talk about, and a lot of it is kind of fun. So we do the box openings, twice a week on Wednesday nights and Sunday afternoons at 12:30, where we show you the newest stuff that's come in the shop. And then Wednesday mornings, this is just our coffee with friends where we kind of chat about nothing. Just chit chat. But what happens is oftentimes the conversations progress.
Yeah, I agree.
And
a lot of the times.
We have a gal who's a long haul trucker. She had emailed me. She delivers for Napa.
Oh, that's cool.
Is what she does. And so, because we talked about that a little bit. But anyway, she has to watch everything in order.
Sure.
Because if you get out of order, it's like, wait, what are you talking about now?
Yeah.
And so sometimes she gets behind, and so she has to catch up, and she listens I don't know how she listens while she's driving, but I guess you can have it on the TV. I mean on the phone. You don't have to watch. Yeah. I guess that's how. Anyway, what was I going to say about that? And then also we do tutorials. We have lots of different quilt classes and videos that we do. We have our own pattern line. And you just did Bargello.
The Bargello. Yeah. We kind of opened that up for 12 as a Christmas, if it kind of looks familiar. And now Anna has done her magic and made it to just a fun tutorial that has nothing to do with Christmas. And you would have seen that yesterday afternoon. And we've talked about it. I think we talked about it a lot last week because of fabrics that came in. So I did get it done. Robert did some child sitting. And entertained the children. I had to put one more border on it and quilt it behind it so we can hang it up.
Yeah. So yeah, it is Brittany's favorite quilt pattern. Yeah. It is her go-to one. I love it also because it's just so fast. We in fact are doing a Bargello retreat this year. I think that's one that we don't have any room in. But if you wanted to come to, and we don't have room in paper piecing one, if you wanted to come to the Flying Geese retreat or the Collage retreat, you could do this. This is this or the other Bargellos. Super, super fast. But this is our quick and easy pattern. It's a basic chart to kind of get used to how you cut your strips, sew them together, take them apart, sew them back together. It's a very rewarding quilt to do because it has so much movement and it's so interesting and yet
and what's
super
really
easy.
Fun about this one is it's 9 cord yard cuts, so it's scrap friendly, and it doesn't have to do with color value. So a lot of the big boy Bargellos that are like 24, 18 colors are, light to dark. This is 9 cute colors in whatever order you decide to put the 9 cute colors.
Right.
It doesn't have to be anything crazy. If someone's like, oh, I love pink, yellow, and purple. Great. 3, 3, 3.
Do it.
Bam.
Right.
It's super chill. It's super fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all strip pieced. It looks daunting because it looks like all these little squares and rectangles. It's strip pieced. It is a whole lot of cut it up, sew it together, cut it up, sew it back together again. So it's really fun. If you didn't see it yesterday, I'll play it next, right after FabriChat. It'll be the first video you watch, and it's really fun. It's really easy. It's cool.
Very, very, very easy.
And easy to build onto to make it larger. And we talk about that in the video too.
And I wanted to mention the whole, the shadow thing, which she had said that, some of them, they're very picky about light, medium, and dark, or, 5 colors of red in, from light to darkest red. That's what can get daunting. And sometimes you need that in certain Bargellos that have this very specific movement, and they're creating that shadow effect of where, it's coming up from behind. This is not that. This is just fun, 9 colors. No big deal. So anyway, all right. So let's see. And let's answer this question first. Because I feel like if you guys lose patience with us, this is something that's important and quilting related. Before we talk about whatever other weird stuff. Who was it? I thought I'd try to remember. Oh, Karen Ridley had asked, and I told her, I kind of tried to answer her, but I thought some people are very visual and they have to see it. And some people have to read it, so I thought I would cover both angles. But her question was about extremely wide backings. And I'm telling you, that question comes up once or twice a week in the store where somebody says, oh, but my quilt is 124 by 124.
It just happened last week. Twice.
All the time. People that are making big, huge quilts. And the reason that that it can be a problem is if you're buying fabric 42-inch wide that you're going to sew together, you need an extremely large amount of fabric, and there may or may not be that much left on a bolt that will match, and it gets super expensive. So we try to use the extra wide backing, which is far more affordable, in terms of what you get, but most of the extra wide backing is 108 inches wide. So you could maybe get 124 inches, but if your quilt is 124 by 124, you don't have enough. You only have enough one way, not the other direction. Northcott makes 118 wide in the Toscana.
Yeah. Just a little tonal.
Beautiful. We just ordered, they make it in 8 different colors. We just reordered those. So those might be in here pretty soon. So we have that. But for 124, I want to talk to you about how to do it. I feel like there's really only one way to do it. And that is if your quilt is 124 by 124, and you maybe need, if you're going to put it on a long arm, you probably need about 130 inches by 130 inches, right? So on that 108 wide fabric, go ahead and buy your 130 inches. So I'm going to pretend, just to make it easy to see, that so let's say that this is 108 across the top here, and this is your 130. So how do you get this 108 to 130? Super simple. Couldn't be easier. All you're going to do is you're going to cut it. You're going to cut it right here. Now, you could cut it in the center if you're that kind of person. I tend not to be. I want it to look a little edgy, asymmetrical. I love asymmetry. So I would personally never cut it in the center, but I wouldn't judge somebody who did. So it just doesn't matter. And I'm going to back up for just a minute. The reason I never do it in the center is because sometimes you can't really keep it in the center, and then you're going to be crazy. So just make it crooked. Make it not crooked, but I mean off-centered.
Off-center.
And then it always
And your
looks
long
right.
arm quilter will appreciate that also.
She will. She will, because then as you're quilting it, you don't have to worry about how that was loaded on there. So anyway, so you're going to cut it. So again, personally, I would cut it right about here, and then decide, so then we have 2 pieces, decide what are you going to put in there. You could put a strip of fabric if you want to, get another piece. But what I would do is I would take all of the leftover pieces from the front of this quilt, and I would just start sewing them together, almost like crumb quilting, so you're going to make sure, so if you need it to be 130 and you have 108, we know that you need 22 inches. So I'd probably go with about 24, and I'd find these 24-inch pieces where maybe I'm sewing strips together, chunks together, pieces, just having fun, sewing all of this stuff together and all of this crazy leftover pieces. You might have a leftover block you can put in there, all kinds of things. It's amazing how cute it looks. Every time I see it, it's like, oh my gosh, there are going to be people that will put that quilt on the bed with that side up.
Yeah. Remember when you saw the Quilts of Valor, our first video of showing all of your guys' blocks?
Yes.
One of the gals had her backing, and she threw her 3 extra blocks in there.
Yeah.
And it was cute.
It's
and so unexpected.
Cute. Yeah. Really, really cute. You could even hide your label in there.
Yeah.
You know, print off your who it's to, you know, happy wedding day, you know, whatever. You can even put that in there in that chunked piece. It's adorable. It's really nice. It's really easy. Great way to use up those leftover bits, those weird random test blocks, or, oh gosh, why did this block end up 12 inches? Everything else was 12 and a half. That's where you put them. Yep. And anyway, then sew them all back together and make it a little bit bigger so that then when you have to square everything up and sew everything together, if this side then ends up being 132 wide by 132 long, it's going to be way better than doing all that work and going, shoot.
I'm still 3 inches short.
Still 3 inches short.
That's when you call your long umbrella and cry.
Oh, it's going to be a fire. It's going to be a fire now. Yeah. So anyway, so that's how you do that.
Cool. You can make it as scrappy or as, it doesn't matter.
You could take another extra wide, you know, and get, you know, you'd have to maybe piece that to get that 130, but you could do all kinds of things. Yeah. So, anyway, so that's how, Karen, that was a really good question. And probably a lot of you guys do have that question because in the store,
we get it a bit too.
All the time. They'll say, well, show us where the 130 inch or the 124 inch backing is. There's
no such thing. Yeah. Unless it's muslin, but you don't want that.
No.
And I don't think we even carry that.
No.
And on the quilter side, the long arm quilter side, I totally do not care about pieced backing. I think it's fine. I think it's great. It doesn't have to be super squared up. I just need to, I of course will always remeasure anything and make sure I know what is top, what is bottom. You can also, as the quilter, mark it like this is the top because I might interpret it differently. So, that's totally fine. I also would prefer your pieced part to be inside a solid piece part. Yeah. So instead of having all of your fabric here and then all your piece on the left side of your quilt, I would want another solid piece of fabric on the other side. It stretches differently. A solid piece of fabric will stretch differently than your pieced bit. And so I would like him inside just a little bit, just even if it's a 3-inch piece, but, that would be my only for our asymmetrical girls. Still put a solid strip on one side. It makes it a whole lot easier to quilt at the end of the day. But totally easy, totally doable, not a problem at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Good advice. So, the other thing too that we've talked about is that whole diagonal thing. You guys know what I'm talking about, where you can make a square, you cut it on the diagonal, and then you can slide it. So that's another good thing. And it works really, really well. I just have to say that you have to starch that a bit because you want to be kind of careful because, of course, then you're sewing it together. You're cutting and sewing on that bias. So every once in a while, if you have a great big piece, I would not do it with the big one. No, I would do it with something smaller, but something big like that, I don't know how you're not going to end up with that wow in the inside of that. You can do a lot of starch, you know, pin it, and maybe, you know, you can, but do it for sometimes those quilts. It becomes frustrating.
Do it for those quilts that are like 53, 64. Yeah. Those ones that are like, dang, I'd have way more waste if I couldn't, you know. And that little shimmy thing is really good if you're trying to get just a few more inches out of it. Yeah. Pretty clever.
And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, if you go to Jenny Byer's website, she has some free printables. It's a free download. She has a nice little video that shows you how to do it. If you've not, and I suppose there's other YouTubers too. I've thought about doing a little video, but gosh, there's got to be 40 out there of people showing it. It is pretty magical where you can just shift it and then you end up with the right size. You'd have a little bit of waste, but on Jenny's website, she has this is the little calculator for how much you need to do. And she has
I don't even know what that says. I would not look at that.
I know.
This little picture right here, got it. Well, I don't even know. That's why I'm not a pattern tester. It's like, I'm good.
I'm out.
That's a lot. And it's an equation.
And this is, I know. And this is the problem, is that the two of us think exactly the same. It's like, wait, you cut it and you shift it. Got it.
I can figure that out.
Yeah.
Lay the quilt out, barricade the cat. It's fine. I can figure that out. Need some quiet time on the floor.
I know. But for those of you that are,
if you like the
more
math,
analytical thinkers,
if you like the diagram, if you like the plug and play,
there's a worksheet. Now, the word worksheet, it's hard to say that without a little, in my throat, but yeah, anyway.
But at least Jenny figured it out.
I know, and she's clever.
I'll try to link her little worksheets in the description for you so it's easy to
They're
find.
free download. You can print them, share them. I've thought about, in fact, I was talking with Janine, was in the shop, and she was talking about doing that. And she said, I forgot my worksheet. And it's like, let's look that up. And then and I thought, I should just laminate that and have it at the cutting counter. And then I thought, no, then I would have to help somebody do that equation. So, it was a good idea, but I've thought better of it. But anyway. And then the other thing that's kind of been going on, and lots of comments, and so sweet, such nice people, is we're still accepting, we will continue, is really the best thing. We'll continue to accept blocks for Quilts of Valor for Jordan and Brittany, and they are just, when is their meeting? Tonight?
It's going to be Sunday night. Or Sunday afternoon. It's this Sunday, though.
This Sunday coming up.
Yeah. So we can report back on next Wednesday. Or maybe the following Friday we'll do another Quilts of Valor, whatever, and she'll tell us what she learned.
None of those gals in the little Quilts of Valor group watch us, Most of them aren't even sewers. They're just, patriotic families that want to do their part, want to do something. And so Brittany
really cool.
and Jen is kind of leader of the group. Jen is a really good quilter. She's been around for a long time. She's a professional long armor. And so Jen has gathered these gals together and, teaching them how to sew.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for them to see the power of friends.
Yes.
And
I'm super excited.
Yeah, and so Brittany has written out kind of a little pattern for them and has been putting the blocks together and the sashing, and so they just have these quilt kits that'll be ready to go.
Which is fantastic.
So nice.
And we even have like a go cutter, so I told Brittany, I don't know. It goes back and forth. For me, I am way faster with my shape cut.
Right.
I can cut my squares, my rectangles, make my whatever little pattern they want.
Yeah.
Or if someone wants to have fun and she wants to do a little sewing day and take the little go cutter there, we have like the Take 5 and other things, and they can have fun without a rubber cutter.
Yeah.
So I told her if they want to, because not all of them are quilters, but some of them like the idea of it. But yeah, Brittany's their kit collector.
Yes. And then this is nice. So this one was from Dorinda from Sparks, Nevada. So super nice. So Dorinda bought a bunch of stuff. And I looked at that physical location. I thought, are you coming up to see us? And then I finally read the note. Please give all of this to Brittany.
I love that.
I know. So super nice. So anyway, so thank you guys for that. I just want to keep. They're gonna keep doing at least monthly videos to do a little show and tell and show the blocks.
We'll probably do one next Friday. Then we can hear back from their meeting and see what their number is. All that fun stuff. And there are some things Brittany wanted to find out for you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what the questions are, but she's got
it. She's organized. She uses worksheets.
I was going to say.
She's a worksheet person. Yeah. She probably has none of that stuff.
Nothing.
No. I'm just going to sew my stuff together, measure, and go, dang it, it's still too short. And then add more.
Yeah. It don't matter. Me neither.
No. All right. So, so here's, all of this conversation, all of this kind of rolls into one, a lot of these conversations that we've been having for the last couple weeks. And it's all, I'm going to say that it's all under the same topic, which is just of self-care. So, you are a baby, 35. Did you finally make it to 35 or are you 34?
I think 34. How old did Robert just turn?
You'll be 35 this year.
I'll be 35 this year. Robert just turned 34.
She'll be 35 in November. A baby. I'm far older than that. And so oftentimes, there's things that we talk about. And I think that you and I see things differently and think about things differently. And I was the same way, when I was young, and things that, snacks, let's just talk about that for a second. I would never pick up a bag of chips or, things like that. It's just I am not going to be achy. I'm not going to deal with that puffiness. I'm not going to deal with the guilt afterwards, the tummy trouble, all of that stuff. I just don't even think about it. And I know that when I was young, it didn't matter. It's like, you just don't even think about those things, and all of the things that you have to worry about. So anyway, so that's just sort of a basic thing. But some of the other stuff that we've talked about recently was, even just the news, and when we came back from our trip down south and we went to QuiltCon, and when we came back, my take on it, not everybody has agreed with me on that. And that's good. That's fine. It's just a conversation. It doesn't matter. We can all think about things differently. But I find that for me and for my mental health, I have to be real careful. And every once in a while, I'm upset. No, more than every once in a while.
We can get her going.
They can get me going. They know what buttons to push. I might get upset about something, but I can't just keep carrying it with me.
Yeah.
I might be upset about something, and in the morning while I'm in the shower and getting dressed and packing my lunch and doing whatever, I might just, be going through those moments. But then, and even maybe the drive to work, which I try to be kind of careful because, you don't want to drive in that sort of mood, I think. But no matter what, by the time I get here, I am going to take a minute. I'm going to take a minute in the car, and whatever that means, whether it's prayer, meditation, screaming, whatever it is, you just need to leave it. You just need to, I think, leave it somewhere else, because I think if there's something that you're upset about, the idea of carrying that with you all day long, you are not doing anybody any good. You're not doing yourself any good, because while you're just carrying that feeling, you're not working through what the problem is. Work through what are the solutions? What do we need to do? Do you just need to get over it? What is it that's going on? But being angry or upset all day, I find that I just can't do it. And it affects everything else. And so that's why, for me, there's certain things like, nope, I'm not going to watch the news. I'm not going to read that kind of book. I'm not going to visit with that particular friend. I'm not going to, there's certain things that I just protect myself from. And that was why, for me personally, it's not that I disagree with those women. I think there's a lot of things to be upset about, a lot of things right now to be upset about, but not all the time. And for me, it was just the idea that, quilting is what I do for fun. Okay, it's also what I do for work, but it's what I do for fun.
And stress relief. There's so many people who do it.
And stress relief. And I want to go see friends and hug friends and, seeing the F-bomb in 3-foot letters. It just changes the mood for me personally. So that's all I'm saying about that. I appreciate those people that are change agents, that, are a part of making things better. I appreciate that. I know that for me personally, I don't have the personality for that. I far prefer to, take it in doses. So for the last 3 weeks now, there's been this whole conversation about self-help and about healthy practices. And so there's been 3 people in particular, Barbara, Deb, and Helen, that I keep saying, all right, I'm going to put you guys, we're going to do it on a group chat, because I'm telling everybody the same thing, because we all have the same problems. And by we, I mean us mature women. Maybe not so much Brianna, but I'm going to tell you the things that we all have. Okay.
Tell me what you know.
Okay. Sleep is a big issue.
Oh, yeah. Someday, eventually.
Right. The other thing is nutrition, hydration, moisturizing.
Okay.
Okay. Those are just women things, right? And mobility. And so those are things that we talk about a lot, and things that, can make things a little bit better. So all of those things I think are so basic, the whole idea of hydration. And I think now it's so funny that your, generation,
Ice full of ice.
I can't even lift this thing, carries these things around.
I have a really hard time drinking water or anything. I mean, even with this, and this is like flavored or whatever. I just got Robert one and it's going really good for him. But yeah, I try my best.
Is
but
it
I
pink?
also, no. It's like oil slick though, so sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's pink. He's not sure he likes it, but it's like, well, that's what you get. It's either that or plastic, and plastic won't survive. And I am on well water. And when I come to work, I'm in city water. And city water is not
It's nasty.
So I'm picky about that, but yeah, I don't drink as much as I should.
Hydration is just a key thing. And I think that we all just need to be better about that. I mean, that's just a basic hydration. The other thing, nutrition. And I don't think that people talk about that enough. And right now we're in the middle of, testing some other things for retreat. We do only homemade dressings. We're making some other, basic changes because I know that for me, the way that I feel is directly related to what I have eaten. And sugar, oh my gosh, there's so much hidden sugar in everything. And my joints, everything feels so much worse when I've eaten. And sometimes I'll think back and think, well, what was it that I ate that caused me to feel that way? And I can almost always trace it to sugar. All of our processed foods have so much sugar in it. And whenever you buy something that's low fat, you have to know that it has added sugar. Because when they take the fat out, they take the flavor out. So they add this hidden sugar in it. Look on milk. Look at the calorie and nutritive value of whole milk versus non-fat milk. It's interesting what they have done. Now, I can't drink whole milk. It tastes sour to me. So I don't drink a lot of milk anyway, but non-fat milk has more carbs in it. Why? What did they add to that they didn't mention? But there is sugar in it. But anyway, so the thing with sugar, so we were talking about that, is that, we can also call this things that I love monk fruit.
Oh, I love
monk fruit. You cannot tell the difference between monk fruit and regular cane sugar. It measures exactly the same. And my suggestion to you is to get both, the regular granulated kind and then the powdered sugar kind. The powdered sugar kind, it also measures the same way, but it dissolves really, really well. You can put it in your coffee, you can do whatever, and you don't have that occasional little, grain that didn't dissolve. But monk fruit is really, really good. It's all natural. There's nothing weird in it. Has no glycemic response at all, and it just really, really a good substitute. So that if you're making your own things and you want to substitute those out, you can't. Pa cannot tell the difference.
You cannot tell the difference.
Cannot tell the difference.
We get our cherries and apples from a big orchard in Quincy, and he never wants anything for it. He just come and pick, do whatever you want. And I always give him like pie fillings, whether it's cherry pie fillings or apple butter, all of these different things. But he's extremely diabetic, so they are very careful. His wife is very careful what he eats, and I only do monk sugar, and usually for the whole batch, so I don't have to extra label everything, and then I give them a bunch, and he can do whatever he wants, put it on ice cream, and he doesn't have to worry about, anything going wrong with eating, whatever he wants of this. And so that's what we do a lot. And it's fantastic.
It's really
My
good.
kids do not know.
Spendy.
Yeah, it is a little more expensive, but there's, time and a place.
Yeah. Monk fruit.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Really good.
I like it better than, we've tried a bunch of the other ones, and some of them do have kind of a weird aftertaste. It makes your coffee taste a little bit weird, but monk fruit, you can't tell the difference.
I agree.
Cookies and whatever else we're making, we'll put that in there.
And I love that it's the same ratio. You don't have to do a worksheet.
Right. Right.
Figure out how much you need. It's one for one.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that started like this really long conversation was about collagen. And so I just wanted to mention this. And I told, I think it was Deb, I told her that I would show her. This is the one. So okay, again, you and your beautiful, beautiful skin, hydrated skin. The rest of us, it's that whole thing. So I wash my face, and then what? And then I put on the collagen first, and then I put on a toner, and then a moisturizer, and then I think of all of the other things that I put on underneath my eye, but there's so much stuff. But collagen, so what happens is, of course, with us, we lose collagen. And so if you're buying the collagen creams, the most important thing that everybody needs to know is that collagen won't work without vitamin C. It has to have vitamin C. So you could put on vitamin C and put on collagen, but why do that? Just make sure that whatever you buy has both in it, or the collagen doesn't work, it doesn't absorb. The other thing that I was saying is that it's not so much this particular brand. There's a lot of really good brands, but all of these department store brands, you're probably going to pay $40 or $50 for them. So I go to Marshall's or TJ Maxx or Ross. You just check to make sure that they're not expired, but I go through them pretty quickly. You don't have to stock up, just get one. And I use it in time. But then I'm paying $6 for something that was $50 at Nordstrom's. So anyway, so collagen has to have vitamin C. So just another little quick little tidbit. The other thing is this stuff. So I want to talk about this little company for just a minute. And the other thing I want to mention is we are not influencers, right? So some people will do they'll get a free product, and then you just have to make a little TikTok
do like a brand deal,
or
we
whatever,
are not brand dealers.
And then use this coupon and I get 10%. No, I get nothing. I get nothing. I've paid for all of this stuff. None of these people know who I am. This is nothing, but I just want to talk about this. So I want to talk about magnesium for a second. Everybody knows about the power of magnesium, right? That if you're having a lot of leg cramps, or do you know
I might need to know
this?
this. No, I don't.
Okay. So
I've
at the
heard
end
about
of the day,
that's supposed to make me sleep.
you've heard us whining?
Like,
no. So at the end of the day, our legs are just tired and achy. We've walked the maximum number of steps our legs are going to take us on. And now it's like, oh my gosh, my legs are so sore. And my feet are so sore in the evening. And I wear very, very good shoes, but it doesn't matter. My feet are achy at the end of the night. So you can do a couple different things. You can take magnesium orally. You can do magnesium salts bath, which is nice. That works really well. Tracy does that every morning. She does a magnesium bath. Or this is a magnesium lotion. So a couple different companies have made them. I love these guys. In fact, now it's become this whole thing with Pa that I have to give him a foot rub every night. Can you put that lotion on my feet? Well, you really mean foot rub. But it's amazing. It is amazing. And in fact, what happens is I'll put it on my feet, put it on his feet, and I have really bad thumb arthritis. What was it, about a month ago, I got an injection. He did a cortisone injection in my thumb. Lasted exactly 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks for this big old cortisone injection. It's supposed to last 3 months. Lasted only 2 weeks. This, I can put that on and it'll last for 2 days. Now, 2 days doesn't sound like very long, but
it's good for lotion.
It's not yeah, because it's all absorbed.
Because my thought was, okay, was it like morning and a night thing?
No. I'll just put it on. And because like at night, if I'm doing some stitching or whatever, I mean, you can see the deformity there. Oh yeah, huge difference. Huge difference. So anyway, this is the company that I like. She's just a little, I think she's on Facebook and Instagram, and you can kind of find her. And it's called Mystic Mindsets, right?
Yes.
Do you have your glasses on?
Yeah.
MysticMindset.com. MysticMindset.com. She has a bunch of different things. She's this naturalist, she has a lot of fun hippie vibes. Soap-like vibes. Totally. Totally. She's got all kinds of fun hippie stuff. It's true. But here's the big thing. It's all naturally sourced.
Yeah, and there's 6 ingredients in here.
6 ingredients. It's got all really good stuff, and the magnesium that she uses, it's not something where you don't really know what the ingredients are. There isn't anything else if you're worried about allergies or whatever. It's nice and soft. Did you smell it? She has a little bit of lavender oil in it and frankincense. And the frankincense has some specific reason that she puts it in there. But it's really, did you notice a little thick?
Yeah, it is
So
thick.
what you do, this is a fairly new bottle. So see what, it's like pasty.
It's like, it's a paste.
So what you do is you take it out. I'm just going to take a tiny bit out. So you take it out like this, put it in your hand.
It smells like a spa.
It does. And then
You gotta kind of warm it up.
And then you warm it up. And then see, now it's ready to go.
Yeah, totally
to
dissolve.
rub on your feet or whatever. I hope you had something achy that you put that on just now.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
I would take a little
smells really, really good. So she has some other fun things, and I've gotten a bunch of stuff from her. She always puts a little present in there for you to test something else, which is kind of nice. And then the other thing that I got from her, and I'm not entirely sure that I like it or not, is I got this eye cream stuff. Oh, here it is. It's called Eye Rise. And it's at the end of the night again.
Yeah, I get sore eyes. I'm on the computer a
Do
lot.
you get sore eyes at night? Oh, see, I get sore eyes at night really, really bad, which is why I can't do emails or anything at night. I can stitch, but usually I can do that for about maybe 30 minutes before I can't even hardly see properly. And so usually that's when I'll go in, I'll wash my face, put something on, and then I can go for a little bit longer. So this has caffeine in it.
Oh, I have one of those. I went to Marshall's. I got this peptide moisturizer. Love it. I don't know what peptides are, but I heard about it somewhere. And I thought, oh, I'll try it. And what's it going to do? And then I got this
I need a peptide.
Sounds good. Let's do it. It's really made my redness go down. Like, I have no makeup on. I have eye makeup on, but I don't have anything else. And so I feel like it's evening my skin and taking out some of my redness. So
you don't have foundation on? You have beautiful skin.
Thank you.
You don't have foundation on?
No, I got nothing. So don't look. It's fine. And then, I know it's great. And
I can tell that you don't.
Yeah, I don't have anything. So, I have that, and I got a little eye roller that has like a stainless steel ball in it, and it's maybe vitamin C and caffeine, collagen and caffeine. I don't think it's collagen. But anyways, it's really nice, and I roll it under here, and it makes it, I don't know if it's the steel ball that makes it feel so good because it's cold.
Probably the steel ball.
But it's really good.
Yeah.
And it has caffeine in it.
Has the caffeine in it.
I like it.
Yeah. So here's my thing about it. So this is really nice. It comes in beeswax. So same thing. You get this little wood spatula thing.
Sure.
So you scoop it out with your little wood spatula. You do the same thing. Put it in the palm of your hand. Get it nice and soft. And you put it on your eyes. It is nice. It is very, very nice. It works really well. It also provides kind of this moisturizer stuff, but it smells like coffee.
Oh, yours smells like, mine doesn't smell like anything.
This one smells like coffee. So you think I like the smell of coffee?
Oh, it's strong though.
Yeah.
How does it smell like coffee?
I don't know.
Oh, coffee oil.
Oh, it's coffee
That's
oil.
where she's getting her caffeine from.
So, yeah, I can smell it from here. So you just need to know that. If you don't mind that,
It does say fragrance free, but she's saying she didn't add any fragrances.
She didn't add any fragrance.
Coffee oil.
It smells like coffee. So the entire time after you put it on, it's the same thing. Even laying in bed with it on, it's like, I have to wash it off because I couldn't stand the smell of it.
Yeah. It's good coffee.
It's good coffee. It's a good product. And again, it works really well. When you put it, your eyes feel great. I'm going to tell you, it is really nice. You just have to be aware of the fact that you are going to smell coffee and smell like coffee.
Yeah.
But the shea, did I even tell you what the stuff was? It's, Casta Shea. Casta Shea, and it's a, magnesium shea butter.
And Irise is the coffee smelling caffeine.
And she has other fun things. Look at her stuff. And she's just a very sweet right now. And if you kind of follow her like on Facebook, she's somebody that I follow on Facebook and I really like her. She shows, her little homestead, shows making things and how she does it all. And it's all, again, cruelty free. And, she really works hard on her little business. But right now she's got a lot of family stuff going on. And so it's a little sad. She needs some prayers,
good stuff.
Really good stuff. So again, she doesn't know who I am. I paid for these. I'll pay for more. We go through, one of these about every 3 weeks, but there are 2 of us using it on our feet every night and we're old. We need to lather our bodies.
Eggy beds.
Yeah. So we go through a lot of it and he has big feet, but anyway, I love that.
That's cool. And you know what's in it? We were just talking the other day because we processed a whole bunch of homemade bacon. And, it's a whole lot of work, but it tastes so good. We know exactly what's in it. There's no added sugars. There's no weird anything in it. And it just tastes so much better. And I feel like we have a lot of that it's really important to know kind of what's in it.
Salad dressings.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's, 6 ingredients to make it, but your bottle says there's 43.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't remember the last time that I bought any kind of a salad dressing.
Yeah.
And there's a couple that I make that, man, I feel like I could drink it like soup. There's one, I should make it tonight and bring it tomorrow, that, have you tried that, green olive dressing?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Is it good?
I mean, again, like,
Find something to dip it in.
yeah. Oh, well, you put it on lettuce, but then it's like, oh, wait, let me drink my salad. It's so good. So we're going to put together, and we've been talking about, again, the menu. And I say menu, but, when we host the retreats, when we do it, we keep it fairly simple so that people can eat what they want. So if we have somebody who's dairy free, we don't have something with a lot of cheese in it, but at the salad bar or the sandwich bar, you can add the cheese or not. And so, we don't get to experiment a whole lot because maybe only one person wants Greek food or maybe, so it's fairly simple food, but there's other things that we can do. And so,
it's very
the salad
eating,
dressings.
really.
Yeah. Pretty
It feeds you
eating.
a lot, but it's clean eating.
Yeah. And we tried a couple things because, was it last year? I guess the last 2 years, people have, I don't want to say complained, but they've said, oh, I'm so full. I've never eaten so much. I've gained so much weight. I can't go eat again. And I'm not going to dinner because you fed me too much. And so we tried one retreat. I can't remember which one it was. It's like, okay, we're going to feed you a late breakfast and an early dinner, and we're going to skip lunch.
Y'all are starving.
That was a big fail. That was
You're looking for snacks.
Yeah, it's like, okay, fine. So now we're just going to remind everybody, listen, we tried it that way and said you can go raid for leftovers or go out to lunch. And then we had warm cookies like at 2. Mm-hmm.
And then it was, we ate too much sugar because they weren't feeling good because,
And then we thought, okay, well, we'll do like a charcuterie tray. We did that like the 3rd day or something. And it's like, well, let's just feed you.
So it feeds you good. Karen makes some good old snacks if you feel like you just want one cookie.
Yes. And it just is on you. You decide what you're going to put on the plate. And I think that's the other thing too, is that in our house, our dinner plates are those 10-inch dinner plates. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I think that, that's what everybody should use. But I think over there, when we get out the really pretty plates, I think they're those great big 12-inch plates. And so, you kind of feel like, well, wait, I have plenty of room here. Wait, I have plenty of room here. And then pretty soon, because everybody says the same thing. Well, I don't eat like this at home.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway. And then the other thing was, and we've been talking about this, and now all 3 of these guys have them ordered. So what I thought is I'm going to show you the brand, and then if you could put it in your Amazon store and link it. Mm-hmm. So again, not an influencer. I don't know how those guys all make money, where they show something and sell the link or share the link, and then they make money, because what did you make?
I make like pennies.
I think in 3 months you made $24.
Woo! Coffee money, yes.
Magnesium oil.
Yeah.
But anyway, but it just makes it easy to know that this is the one. We'll share the link with you, and this is the one. But linen sheets. So people have been talking about it for a long time, and I have, and they go on and on about why linen sheets and that whole idea of breathability and no bacteria and all of this kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, but they're expensive. And they are. Because we have a king size bed, and so we can get a set of king size sheets for $40, and the king size linen sheets are $120. I have to tell you, I can never go back. Never go back. You feel those?
I know. So I remember she came home from Arizona. The first thing she said, "Oh my gosh, I just sleep on cotton sheets." Like,
just sleep on cotton
sheets. Princess.
On really nice Egyptian cotton sheets, and we couldn't sleep. It's true.
Those are like butter.
It's nice. They wash really soft, and it's just sort of like, I don't think anybody likes silk sheets, right? I mean, didn't we all? Did you guys try silk sheets?
No. Harper has a silk pillowcase because of her hair, and she hates it. She slides all over the place, but her hair is knotted. So, I mean, take it or leave it.
I know. Well, silk sheets, back in the 80s, it was all the thing, and then of course you wake up and you're freezing because everything is on the floor. Yeah, it's terrible. Silk sheets are terrible, and they're really not very comfortable, but they're soft, and you sort of think so, but no. Linen sheets. But anyway, so, and
silk pajamas.
2 of the 3 gals, and there's a lot of us that talk, had never even heard of linen sheets before.
Oh.
Had you heard of them before I mentioned them?
I had heard of them.
Yeah, because people are kind of starting to talk about them. And I think for the same reason that I am. It's amazing. And we still, oh my gosh, I know it's springtime. but we still have our
Well, because it's
heating
cold.
blanket on.
It's cold.
good.
It's early spring.
I was worried I was gonna
I mean,
be
this
dead.
morning we were driving. No, this morning we were driving in to town. It was 24 degrees. And this weekend was really warm, and I turned our heater off in our house because our house was so hot. I forgot to turn it back on. We Robert wakes up at 6:30 and it's 58 degrees. Like, oh my God, turn the heater on. My babies are going to be freezing. They slept great, but
it's that really hard time of year where I'll turn the heater off so I can open the door and let the fresh air in. But I have to remember by 4:00, shut that door.
Yeah.
Turn that heater back on so that we don't wake up so cold. But we still, every night we go when we have dual control, turn our heating blanket on. And then you get into, but then I always have to turn it off now though. So I turn it off so I get into a warm bed, but I don't leave it on all night anymore. But yeah, but anyway, it's the same thing. So, cause flannel sheets, it used to be, it's flannel sheet time. Now it's cotton sheet time. And linen is sort of that mixture of both.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever you think, but if it's something that you're not sure and you're not going to believe an influencer, don't believe those guys. They're just trying to sell you stuff. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you that me personally,
she's used them.
I can never go back. I feel like I'm going. People pack their pillow. I'm going to have to pack my sheets.
Yeah,
they're nice. They're just really, really nice. So anyway, I think let's see. We were gonna, and it was funny because I had told Barbara we were emailing back and forth this morning, and I said that I'm going to have to call it my 10 favorite things. And then she was saying how funny it would be what your 10 favorite things would be. And I'll bet that they're probably
totally different. I mean, our lifestyles
are different. And what are our 10 favorite things? You know, we should do that. But yeah, because for me, it really is about quality of life, you know, that I want to be and I think all the time about how to be free of pain, free of discomfort, not feel like I'm exhausted and ready for bed at 6 p.m., you know, and to not have tummy trouble and have that energy and ability to, I mean, I walk a lot.
Yeah.
I am up and out a lot. And now we're doing that mile a day.
That poor dog.
She's tired. That's what's wrong with her. It's like, what's wrong with you? She's kind of over it. It's like, we've been doing this for 11 days. 11.
Find someone else.
Yeah.
Take the cat.
Come pick me up. We'll go down for our pup cup and then.
That poor dog is so tired.
She's tired. She's
an old lady to be walking a mile a day.
I did not sign up for this. Yeah. So we do walk a lot and I do feel good. I think that the mobility is important, but it's all of those things to make sure that you can be active because I think that that's what's important, right? Mobility, hydration, nutrition, sleep, you know, having good restful sleep, getting that 8 hours. And if you wake up at night, that's that other thing, you know, there's so many different insomnia type, tips, but the big thing is, don't get up. I think that that's critical. If I get up and think, oh gosh, I'm going to go sit and read for a bit, or I'm going to go do something for a bit, you're up. You know, then what? You're going to go back to bed at 6 a.m.? Well, I can't, you know, and so for me, I don't get up. Try to just clear your mind, and try to not think about all of those things that are running through your head. And that's why a book on tape, you know, that's when Audible is your best friend. Having something that just, you know, somebody who has a nice, peaceful voice. We've talked about this before. I have one that I have saved, and it's the, not Deepak Chopra, but, who's the other guy that I like? Eckhart Tolle. Yeah. His book. Oh my gosh. He can put me to sleep in 4 sentences. He just, you know, I like what he's talking about is soothing and calming, and his voice is like that. And so you just have to have one earphone in, or I did buy once that speaker that you can put in your pillowcase.
Oh, yeah.
No, it doesn't really work. I didn't like it. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
And maybe the one that I got isn't a good one, but I thought that would be really smart. And then you can time it so that it'll turn off.
Sure.
And you don't wake up searching for a headset. But anyway. And then the other thing, in terms of things that we like, I got this text from Lori last night, and it said, "Hey, was there book club today?" And I said, "No." But then that started this whole other conversation about book club. So, and I think it's been a while since we've talked about that. And so let's sort of revisit that a little bit. So we did book club for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Where we all sat down, we talked about a book, and then we did a live book club live review, which was really, really fun. I think that was the funnest part, really, was going
Getting
live
together.
and chit-chatting together about it. But even at that, half of the people hadn't read the book, and Brianna oftentimes hadn't, and sometimes Marge even couldn't get it. And that was really what was happening, is that so many of us don't want to pay for the book, so we're either using Libby or Hoopla to find our books, but then you're in line for forever. And so you may or may not be able to get it in time. So then we were trying to think of, well, how can we do this so that we kind of know for the year what we're going to be doing? And even that was super difficult. We need to kind of figure out, how to do that. So the big thing is anybody who's coming for retreats, we're telling everybody, bring your book, because that was what we did. Yeah, we did that on the cruise, and it was so much fun.
So much fun.
We went around, everybody had their book, and we went around and said, this is the book that I brought, and this is what I think about it, and blah, 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 la da 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 da, la da 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 da. And then we put the books in the center, and then everybody went home with a new book.
Yeah.
So it was really, really fun. And you could even say, okay, well, I didn't get that book, but let me write that one down. Let me take a picture of that so that you kind of know. So that's one thing that we're doing with retreats, which is kind of fun. But then the other thing that we thought is we could just kind of tell you as we go, the books that we're reading. And so it's kind of funny because probably 5 or 6 of you guys told me Theo of Golden. Emailing, texting, mentioning Theo of Golden, that this is a book that we need to read. All right. So I had put it on it's like, okay. So I put it on my Libby app, and I think I was like number 56 in line or something, maybe even 156. I don't remember. I kind of forgotten about it. And then finally it arrived a couple days ago.
Did you tell me?
Sorry, did you guys hear that?
Breakfast.
Did you hear that?
She needs some breakfast.
I do. Anyway, so it finally arrived, and when it did arrive, I was still listening to something else. And so within 2 days, I went back. 2 days, I was ready to start it. And by then it already had that little reminder. 9 people are waiting for this book. TikTok, little sis. Start listening.
Get to it.
People are waiting. It's like, I get it for 21 days.
Calm
down. And so now it's the same thing. So finally, and it just worked out perfectly that Lori and I are starting the same book at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Which never happens.
No.
We're always telling each other different ones. And so I'm super excited. So I was really excited to start this. So I'm just going to do a quick little, I'm right now on chapter 16. So I can't give you any kind of a review, but I have to tell you this. So I started listening to it, and first of all, it almost reminds me of that, very English lit. It's an older man who's reading it, and it's very descriptive and beautifully written. But I have to say that for me, sometimes it's like, again,
get to it.
Who's killing who? And I want to think about who did it.
Yeah, Mom likes instant engagement. Like in the first 3 chapters, we want to what's happening, and then the investigating starts for
I want to be
chapters. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and in the books that I listen to, it's like, oh, I couldn't fall asleep versus, the way that they might say it, they might say that same thing in
12 words.
Yeah. 3 sentences. And it's like, oh, okay. So at first I thought, oh no, this is going to go on for a long time. And his voice was just so soothing and sweet. And then what it's about is this, I don't really know much about his story yet. They're being very evasive, but it's basically this must be a fairly wealthy 85-year-old man from Portugal who has moved into this community. And he's decided to start buying these pictures and giving these pictures away. There's somebody who's been painting portraits and they're hanging in this coffee shop. So he's going to buy the picture and gift it to the person that was painted of. It was painted of these customers. And so the first like 3 chapters was these people who were going to be the first recipients thinking that it was weird that who's this man who's going to gift you, I don't know, should you go? No, you shouldn't go. Why would somebody do that? That would be so weird. And it went on and on and on. And I thought, get over it. It's just somebody being nice, gifting something. So I thought, I am not going to like this book because why are people so weird about somebody just a random act of kindness?
Yeah.
A random act of kindness should not be unusual or suspicious. It should just be, oh, and I get to experience that. Mm-hmm. So I had to kind of get past that. And I thought, I'm not going to like this book. I love this book.
Oh, good.
It is about random acts of kindness. I'm very curious because they're being very, there's a whole big backstory with him, but they're not revealing it. And so you're getting more and more curious. And so it's very, very good because that was what somebody else said. I think Marge said, oh, it starts slow, but then you can't put it down. And that's exactly right. So Theo of Golden, and those of you guys, so many of you guys recommended it. And like I said, I'm only at chapter 16, but I brought my headphones. I'm hoping that I'll have some fabric to put away and listen a little bit.
I'm listening to Assistant to the Villain.
Oh, fun.
I have it on paper, hard book. I just never get a chance to read it. So I'm like, I'm going to listen to it. I'm not sure I like it read. I love listening in dual. Like there's a woman for the woman voice and a man for the man voice. Yeah. This one is just narrated by one person. And I'm not sure I much care for the narrator, but the story is really good. And it's really cute. I feel like if I had time to read it on a book, I would have a better experience. Because I also think she reads it really slow. I'm listening it to at 1.6. Yeah. And it's like perfect. And it makes me wonder, like, how slow is one? How slow is normal? Is she like saying, and then we walked across the parlor? I mean, I have no idea, but it's like, honey.
I know.
But
I know.
That's just how I listen to it in general. Yeah. Robert always tells me, why do you have to listen to life and fast forward? I said, well, I can pay attention and fast forward.
Yes.
If we go too slow, I am then distracted. My squirrel moments spark up way too often. So, but that's what I listen to. But again, I'm only on like.
So is Assistant
15.
to the Villain the first one?
It's the first one.
Oh, the first one. So you've got 2 more.
Yeah. And I figure since her 3rd one just came out, I can listen to that. And then I'm going to plan on.
There's a 4th one.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, yeah. I was
really
all excited about finally finding out what was going to happen. And at the end of the 3rd one, all kinds of craziness happened.
Wow.
And then I thought, wait, what just happened? And then I'm like Googling everything.
For a 4th.
Yes. And the 4th one is coming out, I think, in September, the same time as the 8th or 9th Cormoran Strike is coming out.
See, in October, we have the 6th, Akatar book coming out.
Oh, see, I did not start those, and I'm not doing it.
And I feel like I want to reread those.
I know.
So I'm prepared, because they're back to back. It's like September and January, 6 and 7.
It's why I don't like series. I am too obsessive. We
all are.
Is it a thing? Yeah. Okay, because, if you haven't done it yet, Alex Cross by James Patterson. I like a James Patterson book now and then. And then I read Eruption. I think I told you guys about that one, right? Eruption was one that
that was so good. I need Robert to listen to that.
Good.
He's not sure he likes being read to. I think you need this book. This is like a dude book. You've got all the emotions.
So good. And like every second was action packed.
Oh yeah, they got you.
And so I thought, I should read more James Patterson. So I think it was Marge who said, the Alex Cross series are good. And, now they're a movie. And I thought, if they're going to make a movie out of them, they must be really good. So, Lord, I am on the 12th one. Okay, and they're not very long. I also listen to them fairly quickly. And you're probably looking at 7 or 8 hours. So you can kind of do it almost in a day, maybe if you're cleaning or gardening or sewing. So it's not that big of a deal. But there's 35.
Oof, does.
I know.
Dedicated.
And now, suddenly, the very next one in line, nobody has it for free. I now am supposed to purchase it for $15. I feel like I've been
hoodwinked. You do have Audible.
On Audible.
You've got
credits.
I shouldn't have to use those all up.
I only have 4 credits left. I don't know that that's what I want to use it on, but I guess I'm going to have to because you have to listen to it in order. But here's the other funny thing: when you have
smart
something
marketing.
super smart marketing. It happened on the Cormorant Strike, too. I had to pay for 2 of them.
Marketing.
Yes.
Get you hooked. Like, oh, sorry.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
This reader cost me too much, so you have to.
Yeah.
Buy Illustrator, whatever.
Super smart. Super smart. It's like the little.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about the Alex Cross one, so I think he started writing those in like 1990. I think the first one, 89 or 90 was when the first one came out. And so it's funny, some of the technology that's changed. I mean, and again, I'm only on the 12th one, so I think I'm barely like to maybe 96 or 97. But the narrators are all different. So I have this Alex Cross. He's like this 6'3" gorgeous black man. And so like the first book that voice was right. And then sometimes it's like, wait a minute.
This is not who we are talking about.
No. Yeah. That's not the right voice.
I love authors that use the same
voice. He needs to have a
They're
deep,
worth every penny.
Sexy voice. And no. So the narration, it's funny that, and I think that should be a really key thing for Audible. You know, it needs to be the same process in terms of
Delivery.
Applying for that job. You know, wait, let me hear that voice. And then there was somebody that I don't know how it came into my feed, but it's because my phone is spying on me constantly.
Yes.
And I think I was having the same conversation, and then all of a sudden on my feed there was this very sexy man who was reading, and he had the deepest voice. And you could watch him doing his narration, and up at the top there was a little script that said that he would be muted for the intimate parts. Well, thank God for that. Anyway, and I was a little mesmerized thinking I could listen to that voice.
My favorite male narrator is Teddy Hamilton. I think everyone knows that voice. Oh, it's so good. He does such a good job. And he can do, the whole octave everything and such good job. I think he is probably pretty spendy to hire to narrate, but such a good narrator.
Yeah.
There's a woman, I cannot think of her name. Pretty redhead that she
I was just going to say the pretty redhead.
And she talks about narrating and finding out new things and weird things. And I love watching her and hearing about it. I think it'd be a fun job.
I think so too.
I don't know how you would do it with 3 kids, and running a quilt shop.
If you watch
they have a soundproof room, yeah.
A soundproof room. And the mic is right there.
Yeah.
And they'll listen and
Anyway,
it would be kind of fun. Well, just to be able to get advanced copies.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's cool. I like it. I'm not looking for one.
Yeah. So anyway, Audible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did read a book recently because I was on vacation, but
yeah, that's what I do. If we're camping, flying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I like that too. I feel like I can read pretty fast.
Yeah.
And so
that's why I think the assistant to the villain, I think I would have a better, I like the book. I love the storyline. But I think if I could read it, it would be different because in my head, I can change the voices. Yeah. And I feel like the narrator doesn't do the greatest job changing the voices, but.
Yeah. 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 So anyway, I don't have time to sit with a book.
Right. Not unless we're in
That's my
campfire.
Problem is, but I'm always busy doing something. And so I can listen.
Yeah.
So it's fun. We'll come around the corner and we both wear the same thing. What? So every time, whether you're coming in to talk to Brianna, finding me, or finding Brittany, it's the same thing. She's up there quilting all the time.
She has always a book in her ear. Yeah.
And that's why we like these. They're the bone conduction ones, right? Mm-hmm. So you can nothing is in your ear. So you can hear somebody walking up. You can hear a conversation. You can do whatever,
Don't get spooked.
And then you can just turn it off because, the speaker sits right here. Mm-hmm. And so whether you're listening to music or whatever you're listening to, the bone conduction ones, I think, are way better, safer. Mm-hmm. So anyway. All right. And then the last thing, I don't know, I feel like we've been talking for 2 hours, but I just you had to tell people about Maisie yesterday. That was
so cute. So Holly came, she's our Northcutt rep. And
Holly Hilby.
She came and we were doing a fabric order and Maisie always comes out and helps us order fabric because she just can't help it. And Holly has known Maisie since baby, just as long as you guys.
When she was a baby.
Yeah. I mean,
we have a picture.
Has seen everything. And so, Maisie was super cute and helpful and sweet. And when I got her in trouble, she went to Holly to help me. picking on. It was super cute.
She got in trouble.
So when Holly was done, she gave us some headers that we put for usually our breast cancer auction. We do a fun little header thing. And then she brought a 5-inch charm pack and said, "Oh, and Maisie, this is a present for you." And it was so cute. Like, so cute. We couldn't get a camera out fast enough.
No.
She went, "For me?" And she's like, so like, almost like teary. She is so excited to get these little, it's like the cobbler's, son.
I know, for these 5-inch squares, and she was and she would not put that down.
She
So a
loved
couple
it.
more hours in the store. She didn't open it. She just
loves it.
Loved it.
I patted it.
Had it. This was her little 5-inch squares of fabric, and I thought, oh, it just warmed my heart.
So sweet. So Holly was a hit. I mean, it still is. She still doesn't want to open it.
No.
She showed it to Wyatt and Harper. Look what I got.
It's mine.
And then Wyatt's like, "Oh, can I see it?" "No. This is mine. It's my present." Well, it was my birthday. It's my birthday. But it was so cool. I don't know why I brought that to her fabric. But, oh my gosh. That was such a sweet
Because
little
she
experience.
shops for fabric all the time, but then she has to put it back, right?
Yeah.
So she has her little shopping cart, and she'll fill it with always pre-cuts. That's all she ever buys.
Yes.
Buys. And then she has to go put them all back.
Yeah.
So for somebody to actually give her one.
Oh, it was so cute.
I know, because, oh my gosh, we just want so much for one of the girls or all of the girls to want to work here so that I can retire. Yeah. But we need to get somebody raised up and, anxious to do, looking forward to doing it and liking it. But I don't know if we're lucky enough to have a third generation, but hopefully. Yeah. But I don't know. That was cute.
That was cute.
I know. Wish we had a picture of that.
And she sits in my sewing room quite a bit with me. If I'm like on the long arm, she'll sit on my chair and watch, and she loves to play with things.
The kids like to do that. Even Wyatt. Mm-hmm. Wyatt loves to sew.
Yeah, he does.
Harper.
For no reason. He just wants to sew pieces. I'll take a piece of muslin and he'll just stitch on as much fabric as he can get on there. It doesn't have to be straight, doesn't have to be anything. Mm-hmm. And then we'll turn it into something funky. A pillow, usually.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he just likes to sew. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Harper likes it. Aurora really likes it. Aurora comes and helps me. I work on Saturdays, and Aurora's down here most Saturdays, so she'll come and help. And that's good. Yeah, my little helper.
Yeah.
Anyway,
super fun.
All right, let's see. A couple things to mention. One is that this is National Quilting Month, right?
Yeah.
And so National Quilting Day is always the third Saturday of the month. So not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday. Mm-hmm. We're going to have some fun specials for you. And so we'll talk about it more as we'll talk about it next Wednesday. But we have a couple of fun things. Yeah. We talked about doing something fun every Sunday, box opening, and it's like, no, let's just do one special day. So on that Saturday, lots of shops. I'm sure your local shops, lots of people are going to have fun little things for you. So we have a couple of fun things. So put that on your calendar to check with us on that day. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk more about that. And then what else? This little video.
Yeah, you saw yesterday, but I'll play it next in case you missed it.
And then I'm working on, so I did a jacket for QuiltCon. And then when we left, I left a little bag
and two shoes.
And my shoes on my dining room table as I walked out the door. And, but what I'm going to do now is, and I should just wear it so you guys can see it, but I'm doing it as a class now because I kept taking pictures as I was going and I took little videos. And so now I'm even adding some more because I kind of ran out of time. It's like, I had my whole speech involved with, and I'm just going to add this. And when I get home, I'm going to add this. I'm going to put all of that stuff on. But what I did is I took a I'll show you, but I did a pre-purchased, jean jacket, and then decorated that. And it was kind of like a ratty one. I mean, it had obvious holes in it that were, I think, supposed to be there. And so then I put some sashiko over it. I think that anybody who knows me can picture exactly what it looks like.
I feel like it
yeah. A lot of cream and black and gray.
Neutrals.
It'll
go anything. Date night.
Neutrals.
Shopping. It's fun.
Yes. And then I do have another one that I kind of started. I had 3 different ones that I started. And so I'm going to work on those a little bit too, and then work on doing it as, work on it being kind of a big video. And then the other thing is that, is the tennis shoes. So we have the book, about
DIY embroidery
on your tennis shoes. That's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to do. It's a little bit weird because...
Sure, you have to get inside the shoe.
Yeah. So that took a little bit of time. So I had to do things like bullion stitches and things that were kind of all on the top. So a little bit weird, but once you kind of get used to it, it's not super difficult. It's just strange. But anyway, so I'll show you those too. But same thing. It's like, oh, I need to, and I'm a little nervous about wearing them. I don't want to get them dirty.
Don't want to get, well, wait until it gets super warm outside where it's just like dust.
Because they're white Converse with, and I'm going to add more embroidery, but
we don't need mud or water involved.
No. So anyway, so those things are coming up, and then of course box opening tonight. There's a million boxes back there.
There's a lot back there. There's a lot again. Sorry.
But so box opening tonight, and then of course box opening on Sunday. So.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Anything else? I think that's it. All right. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah. See you tonight.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.